This is the TNA Wrestling February 15, 2024 full show results video, and the show started with a match between Jake Something vs Frankie Kazarian, and the result of this match was Frankie Kazarian defeated Jake Something by pinfall by holding the rope for the 3. Eric Young cut a promo backstage, where he challenged Frankie Kazarian to a match for next week. The next match happened between Jordynne Grace vs Savannah Evans, and the result of this match was Jordynne Grace defeated Savannah Evans by pinfall with the Muscle Buster. Gisele Shaw strikes Jordynne Grace with the X right after and then shocks the crowd by striking Evans next. Shaw hits Grace with a running knee strike before posing with the title. Gia Miller was going to interview Ash by Elegance, but her assistant, George Iceman, took the microphone to introduce her. Ash revealed that she would make her TNA debut next week. Alan Angels hosts a new episode of Sound Check with Simon Gotch, and Gotch recalls Alexander's comeback in wrestling and how it led to Scott D'Amore handing him a contract. Gotch claims his name was edited out of the history books as it related to his match with Josh at Destiny. Angels show us footage of the bout, and Gotch says TNA was kind enough to let him air his grievances. Josh Alexander bursts into the room and ends up tackling Gotch. Then we saw match number 2 in the best of 3 tag team title series between ABC vs GYV, and the result of this match was ABC defeated GYV by pinfall when Chris Bay pulled Gibson out of the ring, allowing Ace to stack on top of Drake for the 3. Dirty Dango, Alpha Bravo, and Oleg Proteus cut a promo in a race car track where he made fun of the idea of 5-star matches but put over Scott Norton, and Dango issued an open challenge to any tag team that has a year or less of experience. There was a political ad for Mustafa Ali's campaign for the X Division Championship before saying that he would bring prestige to the X Division title. Jason Hotch and John Schuyler were campaigning for Mustafa Ali backstage before Chris Sabin confronted them as he was heading out, and Sabin bumped into one of Ali's supporters, to which he responded by clubbing the supporter with a forearm strike. The next match happened between Crazy Steve vs Rhino for the Digital Media Championship, and the result of this match was Crazy Steve defeated Rhino by pinfall to retain the Digital Media title when Steve grabbed his title and blasted Rhino with it while the referee threw out Steve's fork, and the referee turns around and counts the 3. Then we heard from PCO, and he called out Khan for no surrender, and they will collide in a one-on-one match on the event happening at the Ilario Center in Westwego, Louisiana. After playing a remixed version of Joe Hendry's theme song disguised as a diss track, AJ Francis made fun of Joe Hendry before declaring that the crowd would now have to name the show TNA Francis. Hendry was bamboozled by him receiving his receipt, but introduced a new song for AJ Francis called Get Ready to Dive, a remix of the iconic AJ Styles theme, I Am, where he said Francis was banned from diving. Diener and Francis attacked Hendry before Rich Swann made the save. There was footage of Nick Namath being attacked by Steve Macklin at a World Wrestling Council event in Puerto Rico. After that footage, Steve Macklin and the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, regarding his attack before Mike Bailey and Trent Seven confronted them, and Seven challenged Macklin to a match for next week. The next match happened between Killer Kelly vs Danny Luna, and the result of this match was Danny Luna defeated Killer Kelly by pinfall when Luna is able to roll Kelly up for the victory after a spat with Masha and Threat at ringside. MK Ultra attacked Threat and Luna after the match, but they were interrupted when Decay, Rosemary and Havoc made the save. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Moose vs Kushida, and the result of this match was Moose defeated Kushida by pinfall when Moose dodged the Tanaka punch and hit Kushida with the spear for the win. The System walks out to celebrate Moose's win, and Myers and Edwards hold Kushida up so Alicia can slap him. Eddie punches him down before Knight and Shelley run down to start a big brawl, and the babyfaces stand tall in the ring as the show goes off the air.